If you're wanting to hunt in Idaho this year, stop what you're doing, stop scrolling, watch this right now. We're gonna go over today the general season setup for Idaho going into 2026. This is the application season playbook Idaho edition. This is part 2, where we're going over general season tags. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing you need to know is we no longer have to wait in these long lines online to buy a tag from Idaho. It's going to be a draw system going forward. This has good and bad implications. I'll go into that next time with the strategies behind this, but really what we're looking at is this allows us to have less of a time crunch to go buy a tag versus like we have a 10-day window we can go apply for it. December 5th is up to December 15th. You can apply for these general season tags. That is deer, elk, antelope, and black bear. You are able to go in and purchase these with only a hunting license. You don't have to front the license cost, and you don't have to pay an application fee for now. They said they may change that in the future. But for now, you just have to pay the $185 as a non-resident and like $15 as a resident to have a hunting license going into the draw. Essentially, the setup of this is going to be the same as the control draw, completely randomized, no preference point system. What happens is they take all the applications, assign them a specific randomized number, and then the lowest number up until the highest number, they all consider their first choice. So really, like, your first choice is important, but you also need to have a good sense of what you want your second and third choices to be. It's less likely to go into, you know, that third, fourth, and fifth choice. And so really those first two choices I think are going to be most important going into this draw. Last thing I'll remind you of, if you don't draw in the general season drawing, that's not the end all be all for Idaho. Idaho is like the land of opportunity in my opinion. There's going to be lots of opportunity for us to draw within the controlled draw for the same species that we apply for with the general draw. So don't lose hope if you don't draw in this first one. The second one for the controlled in the spring can come in clutch as well. So come back for part 3 where we dive deep into the strategy between general season and controlled hunts. And we'll dive into a couple units, kind of look at a few things that we can do going into this season.